In this tutorial, I'm going to improve the function and structure of my templates. But before I do that, there's one more CSS file I need to add to my project. Go to getbootstrap.com and click on Getting Started. Click on Examples, go to Bootstrap Theme. I'm making my project look like Bootstrap theme. So if I refresh my homepage, you could see that I don't have this gap between the Jumbotron and the navbar. To get this gap, hit View Page Source, and I need to save theme.css. Click on theme.css, save it as theme.css in static CSS folder. Open base.html, and I'm going to link theme.css into base.html, just like these other CSS links. So I'm going to copy this one and paste it where theme.css is and make it say css/theme.css. Save base.html. I can close these tabs. Refresh the project's homepage. Okay, great. I have all the CSS I need. I want to include the navbar into base.html. So open base.html and cut everything from line 37, fixed navbar, all the way to this closing navbar tag on line 69. In its place, type curly brackets, %%, include single quotes, navbar.html. Save base.html. Create a new file, and I'm going to save it as navbar.html in the templates folder. Paste in the navbar. Save navbar.html. I want the navbar links to work. I'll use URL names to link to each URL. Open urls.py. The URL name for the home URL is home. The URL name for the about URL is about. Go back into navbar.html. Type for the home URL, in between the double quotes, type brackets, %% URL, and the name of the URL, which in this case is home. Copy this and paste it in between the double quotes for the about link. The URL name for about was about. Save navbar.html. Make sure your local server is running. Refresh the project's homepage. I'm going to test these links out. So if I click on the about link, what did I do? Too many double quotes from that copy and paste. Alright. Click on the about link. Okay, great. I'm taking to /about. And if I click on the home link, I'm taking it home. So these links work. To make these pages look cleaner, I want to get rid of most of this default Bootstrap stuff. So open base.html and delete everything from line 50, class page header, all the way down to this closing div tag on line 598. Delete that all. Save base.html and refresh the project's homepage. Okay, great. This looks much cleaner. I'm going to put the Jumbotron into a block of its own. I'll call this block Jumbotron. Go back into base.html and cut the entire Jumbotron out. Everything from line 41 to 45. And in this place, type curly brackets, block Jumbotron, and then I need to end this block too. End block. save base.html, open navbar.html, or actually home.html, and instead of block 2, call this block Jumbotron, because I've already deleted block 2 in base.html. I deleted that a few videos ago, so that's not needed anymore. So I've called it block Jumbotron, and in between end block and block Jumbotron, paste the Jumbotron code in. Go back into Chrome and refresh the page. I'll use the Jumbotron as a marketing area. The Jumbotron looks the same, but using blocks makes the code easier to read and more maintainable. The navbar is coming together well. These links work. However, the home link is highlighted no matter what link I click on. So to change this, open navbar.html. So class active is set to the home link in the navbar no matter what page I'm on. I want to change this. So cut class equals active, save navbar.html, refresh Chrome. Alright, now nothing in the navbar is highlighted. I want the page the user is on to have that navbar link highlighted. So go back into navbar.html, and I'm going to create a little if statement that will make class active for the right link. So underneath this unordered list, type curly bracket %% URL single quotes home as home. Copy this, and I'll do the same thing, but URL about as about. And then for the home link, type, I'll put it right here, curly brackets %% if request.path equals home, and then I'll put class equals active, and then I need to end this if statement. So type %% end if, and then I need to do the same thing for the URL link. So just copy this whole thing and paste it in for the about link, but instead of if request.path equals home, it'll be equals about. Save navbar.html. So on this line here, I set the URL home, this URL home, to a variable called home. And here I set the URL about to a variable called about. If I used request.path to check if the current URL is the home URL, here, so if the current URL is the home URL, then the user must be on the home page. And I'll make the home navbar link set to class equals active. If the current URL path is equal to the about URL, then the user must be on the about page, and I'll set the about navbar link to class active. So let's try this out. Make sure navbar.html is saved, refresh the home page, and since I'm on the about page, about is highlighted. Click on home, home is highlighted. Great, the correct navbar link is being highlighted, and the navbar is coming together well. See you in the next video.